All right, so I just watched this recent box office flop called Piece by Piece. It's essentially this documentary of Pharrell Williams' life. You know, Pharrell Williams, he's goated. He's one of the most prolific like producers of our time. So yeah, so it was an interesting premise. I gave it a watch, despite obviously the box office flops, because I don't care about how a movie performs in the box office. I just care about how good it is. If people give it good reviews, and I'll give it a chance. So I watched the movie and I must say, I wasn't happy with their choice of making it a Lego movie instead of a standard documentary. The reason why I wasn't a fan of it being a Lego documentary is because you lose more than you gain. So obviously, you gain quite a bit from it being a Lego movie. It's like more visually entertaining. Um, it's more fun and playful. It aligns more with like Pharrell's identity and his brand as someone who's very different, from the rest. Obviously, if some hip hop producer to come like Metro Booming, if he was like, I want to make a documentary, I highly doubt he's going to want to do something like Lego Movie. But I guess he did do that whole opera thing, so niggas are becoming creative these days, which is good. But in this case, it doesn't work for me personally. The reason why it doesn't work is because you lose so much of that, like looking into the past. That's the reason why I watch documentaries, especially documentaries of like a person's life, someone who's very successful or someone who just has something very um, entertaining about their life. I want to see everything, like all the aspects, like from the time they were a kid. I want to actually see what it looked like, what their home looked like. I want to see how they looked when they were young. I want to see their parents. I want to see their friends. I want to see their school. Like, I want to actually see what's going on. I want to follow their life. That's like the beauty of a documentary versus a movie, is that everything you're seeing is real. And the best analogy I can give about why I don't like the fact that they went the whole Lego movie route is because if I had to ask my parents to say, yo, I want to see pictures of you guys when you were young, and they're like, oh no, we'll just go to like a Lego animator and give them our pictures, and then they can go and make a Lego version of the picture, take a picture and send it to you. I'm gonna be like, no, I don't want to see that. Like I really don't want to see that. I want to see how you guys actually looked when you were young. So that's why I'm not a fan of the Lego choice, because it takes away more than what it like gives or gains or adds to the movie actually. But besides that, I must say no. Pharrell, I knew Pharrell was goated. I know that he was like a really good producer, but no, this movie really highlights how much this guy has done. Like he's done so much. He's made so many hits. Almost every song that started playing with, they're like, yeah, Pharrell is involved in this. I'm like, wait, what? Like there were some tracks I didn't know that he was involved in. Like most of them I knew, but like it was kind of a reminder of how prolific of a producer this guy was, especially when it comes to making hits, but while still being somewhat like unique and different. That's the thing about the sound, is that he's not necessarily like a trend chaser who was just making music that was conventional and was popular just because of conventional. Like he still kind of pushed boundaries, still had a very unique sound, but it was still very entertaining. And you know obviously Pharrell songs, guys. Yeah, and the reason why this movie like resonated a lot with me is because I'm someone who's trying to be a music artist. I've been failing with juggling my life and all that, but it's very inspiring as someone who's a creative, who wants to make videos, wants to make music, wants to create. Watching that documentary was very inspiring. Like it's like crazy inspiring. And I think Pharrell is one of the good examples in terms of creativity, of how you should just embrace who you really are and just be out there and do what you got to do, while still obviously being aware of what's popping and still being relevant. You can still be relevant and still be very unique at the same time. You don't have to sacrifice one for the other. So yeah, if I had to give a score, I know you probably don't care about me scoring because I'm not a popular YouTuber, but if I had to give a score, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. If it wasn't a Lego documentary, I'd probably give it a 9.5 out of 10. The Lego thing just killed it for me. It didn't kill it for me completely, but it ruined it. Like there were times where I'm watching this, and at times I was confused because they're all just normal people. Like that's the reason why the Lego aspects of it doesn't work, is because it's just regular niggas showing a regular life. Obviously, it was not regular compared to our lives, but it's still a normal human life. Showing that as a Lego movie is just like, what are you getting from it? They're not going to be doing crazy explosions or doing anything fun. They're just going to be showing us a music artist's career or producer's career. Like it just didn't make sense, because now you see like depictions of him, and then at one scene I literally didn't know who was who. Like I got confused. Like I didn't know who was who, because almost 90% of the people in the film are black, and they're just like a black Lego. I know they had like a few unique things, like Pusha T had like certain specific dreads and all that, but like it was still, I still got lost at one stage though. And still go back to that, like it doesn't lend itself well to be a Lego movie. It was unnecessary. It was just an example of Pharrell just trying to be different for the sake of being different, which aligns with him, I guess, with his character. But yeah, that part I did not like, but I still gave it an 8 out of 10. I still watched the whole thing. I still enjoyed it throughout. So yeah, it was a very solid movie, guys. Please check it out because it flopped in the box office, and I don't think that's a good reflection of how good or bad the movie is. It flopped a lot more than it deserved to. So guys, support, watch that movie. It's a dope movie.